Hello, everyone, and welcome to our new webinar, The Power of Digital Signatures in Your Hands. Today, we are joined by Kurt Dare, Partner Account Manager at AirSlate, Jorge Tobias, Head of Growth at OneMarketer, and Lucas Donaire, Solutions Architect at OneMarketer. AirSlate is one of the top 3 global players in document workflow automation and e-signatures. Their platforms support over 100 million users worldwide, helping them sign documents easily and securely. OneMarketer recently partnered with AirSlate to bring even more power to our solutions. Now, Kurt will show you how SignNow works with WhatsApp to turn conversations into closed deals faster than ever. Hi, Kurt, we're listening.
Hola y buenos tardes, and hello and good afternoon. Thank you for joining our second WhatsApp Revolution webinar. Today we're going to be showcasing the launch of WhatsApp's first e-signature integration, powered by OneMarketer and SignNow. So I currently lead SignNow's strategic partnership with OneMarketer. A little bit of background on myself is that I have 3 years going on 4 years of experience in the e-signature and document automation space. But really, I specialize in custom integrations, embedding SignNow into various unique applications like WhatsApp. And my mission is, and it always is going to be, ensuring that we can create and help create the most seamless and user-friendly signing experience as possible. So if you haven't heard of AirSlate or SignNow, here is a little bit of background and some information that I would like you to know. We are the second largest provider of e-signature and document automation solutions on the planet, as Jamie mentioned. We have over 1.2 million paying customers and well over 100 million users across our portfolio of products. We have 1,400 employees across 6 global offices, and we're very well funded by some very powerful names who you might notice, Morgan Stanley and General Catalyst. So the takeaway here is credibility. You can have the confidence to put us in front of the most important person in the room, and we'll make sure that we impress. And investor investments from investors isn't just by luck. Uh, it's really and truly because of the space that we're in and the age that we're in today. Everything is focused around automation and digital transformation. And with tasks as tedious as collecting data from a document, or even collecting e-signatures on a document, this is no longer a nice to have for a business or a luxury to have, but it is a necessity for any business that's looking to grow and continue and to have continued success. And because it's such a necessity, that's why you see every company looking to automate these processes as fast as they possibly can. Granted, some are going to move faster than others, but that's really why OneMarketer and SignNow by AirSlate decided to team up together so we can speed up and get all teams to level 3 or 4 on this graph today. So we notice that every department, no matter the industry, is at a different level of their document automation journey. Many organizations are still operating on manual and really tedious tasks such as printing, signing, scanning documents, even manual data entry. Some businesses maybe are starting to break the ice and adopt some basic e-signature, but it doesn't communicate well with their various applications such as WhatsApp. You can't send documents directly from an application. But if we look towards the latter part of this graph, so 3 and 4, this is where teams start to get really ahead of the curve, and they get much more sophisticated with their digital document signing processes. So data is flowing from one system like WhatsApp, and it's being pushed to a document. It's getting routed to the correct people. Upon signatures and completion, the documents are stored back into a repository or in the cloud. So 3 and 4 is where we want to be, but it takes time, and ideally we will help you get there. And the reasons that we see teams making this switch from a very manual, outdated process to fully automated is for two key reasons, in our opinion. The first is going to be speed. So having a customized business document not only generated, but signed and stored without needing to leave WhatsApp in a matter of minutes or even seconds is going to speed up that turnaround time dramatically. So if we think about a contract, everyone knows that time can, make or break a deal. So the value of having this completed in a document generated, signed, and stored in seconds or minutes adds immense value. The second is going to be improved accuracy. So having the ability to pull data from WhatsApp and push it to a document, and once it's fully completed and it's signed, uh, documents are going to be in the right place, in the right folders. This is really going to mitigate the risk for manual errors. And as we know, human error is inevitable and it will happen. So in transit, this is going to give employees back time in their day and is going to create an overwhelmingly user-friendly signing experience for all parties. So Sign Now, with the help of one marketer's vast expertise in WhatsApp, can really help alleviate these common document process nightmares. Beyond being a legally binding e-signature platform used by over 1 million customers worldwide, we can deploy and integrate our solution into a WhatsApp environment within minutes. So what this means for you is that we're going to be extremely easy to not only use, but adopt in your day-to-day practices for you and your employees. We're also going to provide real-time tracking of these documents. So no more wondering where these documents are and what the status is. We'll have a downloadable audit trail, which will show you who, when, where, and what actions took place on the lifetime of that document. And as a bonus, on average, we're about 40% less per document compared to leading competitors. I'm sure you've heard of a few, most commonly DocuSign, but the price point is much more palatable than a lot of the common core e-signature vendors you hear of. And our product goes beyond WhatsApp, and it can even coexist with WhatsApp. So what that means is if you have a process or a contract that you want to be generated with WhatsApp data and sent for signature to the correct individuals, we can do that. But at the end of the process, if we want the document to live in a different repository or somewhere else in the cloud, we are multi-cloud and we do have the facilities to be able to start a process in one application and end in another. And with the partnership in place today that we've created, we're going to do things a lot differently than how it's traditionally been done with our competitors. We're going to provide you the only tool that is needed for all of your document automation needs, giving a two-way sync integration with WhatsApp and your various business applications. We'll provide trials and 24/7 support. We'll never hit our customers with a year-over-year contract increase or a 15% support fee. And lastly, we're never going to charge for overages on documents. This is because we do usage-based modeling, meaning everybody in your organization has a license. You won't be limited by user, and you only purchase what you need for that given year. From a security and compliance standpoint as well, what you'll find is that we will check every box. You can see the list of compliances and regulations that we do meet here. Two most important that I would note is SOC 2, Type 1 and 2, and GDPR compliance. And something not on the board is going to be we also support SES, ADES, and QES compliance. This means that we can operate and your teams and customers of ours can operate and send documents for signature anywhere in the world. So if you leave here remembering anything from Kurt's presentation, I would like you to remember that one of our competitors, Xerox, who you may have heard of, a printing company, is using our solution. So I believe if a printer company at core, they print paper, if our competitor is using Sign Now and can find some value in our product, I believe we can find some value for almost anybody. Um, so without further ado, I'm going to pass it to my partner and friend Jorge, and he'll discuss more on the One Marketer side and what they're doing. I appreciate the time.
Thank you very much, Kurt. Thank you for sharing with us all the details about SignNow. Now, Jorge Tobias, our head of growth, has over 20 years of experience leading digital transformation. Jorge is a go-to expert in digital channels. His mission, help companies sell more and better in a competitive market. Now, Jorge will share how One Marketer has helped different industries. Hola, Jorge. Hi, Jorge.
Hello, Jaime. How are you? Thank you very much for the introduction. Do you hear me well?
Sí, we're
Okay,
listening.
perfect. Perfect. Thank you very much for the introduction and afternoon to everyone. Thank you for joining us. I see a lot of familiar names in the attendees. So happy that you're investing the time with us. And I assure that what we are about to talk, what we are going to talk about has a lot of value to you. All right, so let's get started. Okay, so I would like to start with a little context about the evolution of the customer channels, the customer touch points. As you know, we have transitioned from the physical store into a more digital environment. And all of this, of course, has transformed the way that the customer experience is perceived by the customers. Now we use multiple channels, and we use more and more digital channels, right? And if you don't believe me, think about, in your case, think about the cash. You know, do you use more cash or less cash in your day-to-day activities, right? I'm sure the answer is we use more cash, right? We're going into the digital space for sure. Now, if we look at the timeline in the chart, I want to show you as well. You know, in these specific channels that we see in the screen, you know, I'm coming from telecoms, and in the telecom side, we have tried to maximize as much as possible all of these channels in terms of productivity and sales and performance. However, these channels that we have in the screen, all of them have friction, you know, and that's the reality. If you think about, for example, the brick and mortar, we have friction in the brick and mortar. It's inconvenient. You need to go to the place to actually do your transaction. The door-to-door is inconvenient as well, because sometimes you don't have time to receive the person that is trying to sell you the product at your house, or it's not a good time for you at the moment of their visit. So, you know, when you go to a supermarket or a retail store, the same, you know, you have the inconvenience of having to go to the place. Telesales, well, telesales is a channel that I'm sure majority of us can agree that is not the best experience, you know, and it has become quite a pain point in the channels. So, you know, none of these channels are really a channel that is that doesn't have any friction. All of them has any form of friction. Even the websites and the applications that are, you know, the most innovative channels at the moment, they have frictions. Sometimes you need to go log into a website and the website doesn't work, or you go into the application and in the application you need to learn how to navigate in the application to be able to actually perform the transaction that you intend to do. So I can go on and on, you know, but the point is this channel has frictions, and now the channels that are closer to the customer are the social network, and even in the social networks, you know, you don't have an ecosystem to actually perform transaction easily. The only one that is evolving and is standing out from all of these social networks is WhatsApp. And the reason why WhatsApp is standing out is because the entire ecosystem that WhatsApp is enabling through Meta, and is the reason why is the channel that we are adopting in One Marketer, and actually with the partnership with AirSlate, is the channel where we are actually deploying the contract signature product that we're launching today. So I wanna talk to you a little bit about why WhatsApp is standing out and the reason behind that. If we can go to the next slide, please. Okay, so as you know, Meta's vision is to turn WhatsApp into what they call a super app, right? And with a penetration of more than 95%, and being the most used app, of course, it makes total sense that WhatsApp is the ideal environment for brands to connect naturally with their customers. So in this process, in this evolution of WhatsApp that WhatsApp has gone through, there has been a significant evolution. But the main game changer, the main event that has happened, is the launch in 2024 of the Cloud API. The launch of the Cloud API brings new features to the ecosystem. For example, there is one that is called Click to WhatsApp, where you can actually click into a piece of advertisement and go straight to WhatsApp, and from there manage the whole conversion process. There's another one that is called WhatsApp Flow, where it's a micro ecosystem to actually perform multiple transactions, from payments to running customer service and getting feedback from customers. So there's a lot of features that are coming behind this Cloud API. Now the only limitation for Latin America is that some of those features are still limited to big markets, to Mexico, Brazil, for example. But this is where we're coming. This is where we are. We are bringing value to the ecosystem, because in the case of One Marketer, in this mission of implementing the vision from Meta, we don't wait for these developments to come to Latin America. We are actually integrating third-party solutions such as payment gateways, ChatGPT, for example, DeepSeek, Jumio for biometrics, AirSlate for contract signature, which is the reason of the webinar. So we're doing a lot of integration that you can see in the timeline on the bottom side in blue. You can see actually all the deployments and all the features that we have enabled to actually overcome that limitation that we have, that some of the features on the WhatsApp side are limited to big market. So we are actually deploying our own ecosystem as well in the case of One Marketer. And all of this has brought us to a very good position. If you can go to the next slide, I can tell you, One Marketer now, is a leader is a pioneer and leader in a category that is called conversational commerce, and basically that is, to transform the traditional customer service channels and to become productive engines for business. And yeah, we have been in the industry for over 10 years. We have presence in over 15 markets, Latin America mainly, but also Spain. We have more than 100 corporate customers in different industries, such as retail, banking, telecom, and others. And so we have become a strategic partner for companies to support the digital agenda, the digital transformation agenda. But we don't only work with big enterprise segment. We also like to support companies all size, like entrepreneurs and companies who wants to be innovative, companies who wants to be disruptors, who want to be pioneers. We love working with them. For example, we are running a a launch in a few weeks for a company in Jamaica that is doing microloans through WhatsApp. We're having another story in Haiti, where we are launching as well a WhatsApp channel for sales, and we have many other examples, where we are working with the entrepreneur, working with the disruptor to actually help, gaining market share in their operation. So can we go to the next slide? Thank you. So this is the value proposition that we bring. We call it the magic triangle, and as you can see, WhatsApp is spearheading the ecosystem. But let me walk you through a little bit of the other pillars that we have in the portfolio. The omni-channel solution that we have on the left side. So basically, it's the place where we can connect any digital channel that you can name. It's a single interface. We have the capability of skill routing. We have queue management. We can exchange rich files. We can configure SLAs, business rules, second level support. We have advanced reporting and analytics. All of that, lives in the omni-channel solution. Then on the integration side, on the right side, this is where we have the capability to build a chatbot integration, either in an ITR format or in a Gen AI solution as well with ChatGPT, DeepSeek. This is where we have the integration with Jumio for biometrics, for AirSlate with digital signature as well. Other CRMs like Salesforce, Genesys can be integrated with us. Payment gateways, all of that lives in the integration ecosystem that we have built. And last but not least, we have the WhatsApp arm, which is where we have the capability to actually run massive campaigns. We can use different type of templates, rich templates, different formats. We have all the capability to do the integrations that I mentioned before on the integration arm. We can use WhatsApp Flow, which is a rich user experience that Meta deployed a few months ago, and we have the full e-commerce suite. So pretty much anything that companies are doing in an app ecosystem, we can mimic in a WhatsApp environment, which is pretty much frictionless for the customers and very natural connection with the clients. So that's our product proposition, and well, with all of these products and all of these different features that we have, we can enable very complex solutions. For example, the ones that we have in the next slide. We have these are some of the solutions that we have. This is not ideal solutions or utopic scenarios. This is real clients that we have and that we have enabled these products. For example, we have an insurance company on the left side where we have enabled the capability to actually sell insurance through WhatsApp, which is a very complex product, to sell insurance in WhatsApp. So being able to do it natively in WhatsApp is a big milestone for us. The other one is running service, but running service in an experience that is rich and that is easy for the customer, no friction, to actually provide a feedback, instead of other alternatives that we have out there in the markets. And also, this feedback that we are collecting here, we can either leave the feedback in our platform or we can ingest the feedback in any other customer experience platform that you have. And then you have the shopping carts, which is the e-commerce experience, where you can actually put a catalog of products and the customer can consume that catalog, and then from there initiate the whole e-commerce process with the payment gateway and all the different steps. So as you can see, I didn't want to bring more, but only by looking at these three, we can actually see the power that we have, and the variety of solutions that we can enable. And this is why, I was saying before, we are becoming a strategic partner for our clients in their digital agenda. So today we bring one more innovation, which is the reason of the webinar, and it's the partnership that we have with AirSlate for contract signature. So we continue to enrich this conversational commerce ecosystem. So I'm gonna leave you with a demo, so you can get inspired and think about potential use cases that we can enable with this product. Some of the ones that I can think of is, for example, if you are hiring an employee, you can actually sign the contract in WhatsApp. If you have a customer that whom you want to agree on a payment agreement, you can sign the payment agreement in WhatsApp. If you want to sell a product where the client needs to sign a contract for agreeing on different terms condition, that is something you can do in WhatsApp as well. So there's many things that we can do, but the idea of the demo is for you to get inspired and think about potential use cases. Let us know if you have any question, if you have any comment, or if you want to get into a more one-to-one conversation. We are happy to support. So I'm going to leave you with that, and thank you for your time.
Thank you, Jorge. Thank you for showing what we do and how it can make a difference. Now it's demo time. Lucas Donaire, our solutions architect, brings together deep technical knowledge and hands-on experience. He has helped global companies streamline their processes using smart automation. Lucas will walk us through an example of digital signatures in a previously recorded presentation, so you can see it in action.
Perfecto. Y ahí deberían estar viendo mi teléfono celular. Calculo que se está viendo. ¿Sí? Bien. Vamos a hacer dos demos en una. ¿Sí? Una versión un poquito más pequeña, bien simple para abordar rápidamente la firma digital, y una para mostrar un poco más en detalle la fuerza de esta firma digital que estamos hablando. La primera, para que vean, la vamos a hacer desde un bot, donde un cliente se puede conectar. Vamos a simular que en este caso somos un hotel. ¿Sí? Somos un hotel cualquiera, una cadena cualquiera de hotelería, donde yo puedo tranquilamente, por ejemplo, desplegar un OneCommerce, y acá vamos a empezar a ver cómo justamente se empiezan a enlazar todos los productos que estábamos hablando recién. Empezamos con un bot, ahora nos vamos a un OneCommerce para llegar a una firma digital. Y ahí tenemos un ecosistema armado, por ejemplo, para este caso. Por ejemplo, yo voy a elegir comprar dos refrescos, ¿sí? Y un plato de fondo. Y acá, cuando yo voy al carrito, van a notar que ahí me da mi resumen y qué es lo que estoy comprando. Entonces voy a revisar el pedido. Y acá viene la pregunta, ¿en qué aplica en esto la firma digital? Por ejemplo, como le decía recién, nosotros estamos alojados en un hotel. Entonces, yo no necesito estar pagando constantemente mi consumo. Simplemente puedo tranquilamente, como se ve en este caso, hacer una firma de un voucher para que sea cargado dentro de la cuenta de hotel, y al momento de checkout poder hacer el pago de todos mis consumos. Si ustedes se fijan ahí, me llegó un pequeño explicativo, me dice que tengo que firmar un documento y me da un password. ¿Por qué me da un password? Porque, como decíamos recién, esto no aplica solamente a WhatsApp. Yo tranquilamente puedo firmar por WhatsApp, como puedo firmar tal vez por un correo electrónico. Entonces, si yo ahora cambio la pantalla rápidamente, me dan un segundo, me voy a mi correo electrónico, van a notar, a borrar la propaganda, van a notar que acá me llegó un documento también por firmar. Entonces yo podría tranquilamente firmar desde aquí, ¿sí? O en este caso lo vamos a hacer como estábamos hablando originalmente, vía WhatsApp. Como el documento me llegó directamente a mi WhatsApp, no me voy a tener que registrar porque ya está registrado el número de teléfono. Este número ya está compatible con la firma que vamos a hacer. Tan solo con el botón de firmar aquí, me va a abrir la cuenta que estamos en este caso, por firmar, ¿sí? Vamos a dejar que ahí cargue la parte de Sign Now y nos va a mostrar acá, por ejemplo, cómo se ve los datos de consumo. Si ahí vemos lo que yo pedí, ¿sí? Vemos la fecha del día de hoy, los totales, el número de recibo y ahí viene el botón de firmar. Tan simple como seleccionar ahí y firmar con el dedo y poner firma. Ni más ni menos que esto. Ahora procedo a finalizar la firma y automáticamente me va a redirigir a WhatsApp con el documento firmado. ¿Sí? La parte interesante de todo esto que acabamos de firmar digitalmente y ahí me manda mi documento con la firma digital y el número de certificado que adquirió, la fecha y hora de uso de esto que estábamos haciendo recién. Este es el caso más simple, ¿sí? Esto es uno de los casos más simples donde básicamente solamente estamos mandando una boleta de consumo, pueden imaginárselo para su propio negocio, en qué puede aplicar. Ahora vamos a ir un poquito a algo un poco más específico. Bueno, ahí me está dando el saludo y me dice que la cuenta fue cargada a la habitación. Voy a proceder a borrar en este caso lo que acabamos de hacer y voy a pasar a un caso un poco más específico. Pero ahora van a ver que lo vamos a enganchar desde otro módulo propio de One Marketer que se llama Reach and Engage. Entonces, en este caso, lo que yo voy a hacer es mandar un contrato de firma. En vez de comunicarme directamente con el bot, lo estoy haciendo de una manera proactiva, yo mandándole a mi cliente, en este caso, un contrato. También lo puedo hacer a través de un User Action, desde un Social CX. Si yo estoy manteniendo una conversación con mi cliente y por algún motivo necesito enviarle a este cliente un contrato en tiempo real mientras estamos teniendo conversación, lo puedo hacer también. Entonces, fíjense cómo desde diferentes puntos de encuentro podemos hacer el uso de lo que estamos hablando, en este caso de lo que es la firma digital. En este caso vamos a simular la contratación de un empleado, ¿sí? Donde me da la bienvenida, me dice que necesito completar un formulario, y en este caso me está diciendo que complete con mis datos justamente para firmar este documento porque la empresa me está requiriendo ciertos datos. Si yo presiono completar datos, nace un WhatsApp Flow. Este WhatsApp Flow empieza a pedirme dichos datos. Voy a empezar a completar mi nombre y mi apellido. Voy a completar con mi número de documento, un correo electrónico. Vamos a poner mi correo aquí. Y vamos a poner, por ejemplo, la dirección de mi domicilio. Almirante Pastene, 185, oficina 102, Providencia, Chile. Y acá es cuando entra también la parte de firma virtual, como les decía antes, donde yo puedo elegir, esto aplica a Chile. La parte de firma virtual que vamos a hablar ahora aplica a la gente en Chile porque es enviar un documento a una escribanía, a una notaría, donde yo puedo seleccionar si yo quiero notariar mi documento, sí o no. En este caso lo voy a notariar para darle todavía una certificación mucho más legal, porque un escribano va a certificar las firmas y el documento y se va a protocolarizar. Entonces, esta misma función la tenemos en México y la tenemos en Estados Unidos. Aplica para Chile, México y Estados Unidos. En este caso yo voy a finalizar el documento, ¿sí? Fíjense que ahora los datos los completé desde mi propio número de teléfono. Me va a llegar justamente también en este caso, como llegó recién, el documento previo para que yo pueda leer qué es lo que voy a firmar en este caso. Y por último, si yo quiero y considero que está todo bien, poder hacer la firma de dicho documento. Fíjense que si yo ingreso ahora, tengo un contrato de prestación de servicios donde mis campos están vacíos, ¿sí? Ahí tenemos, por ejemplo, que en Chile, tal día, tenemos para poner número de teléfono, perdón, número de cédula, tenemos para poner la dirección, tenemos todo el contrato de una prestación de servicios normal, como cualquier contrato de trabajo que se hace en Chile. Y por último, abajo me piden datos personales, correo electrónico, número de teléfono, y por último me va a pedir mi firma. Supongamos que yo estoy de acuerdo, que quiero firmar este documento, voy a proceder a firmar aquí, me va a llevar otra vez a Sign Out, como en este caso, como hicimos anteriormente, pero nótese la diferencia. En este caso, vamos a ver que el documento está completo. Automáticamente me tomó la fecha del día, me tomó los datos que yo cargué recién, mi nombre, la dirección, mi número de documento. Si yo me voy un poco más abajo para ver rápidamente, me tomó aquí automáticamente el número telefónico, porque como obviamente lo estoy haciendo por WhatsApp, lo puedo tener. Puso mi correo y me llenó también el dato de el prestador, en este caso, con mi nombre y apellido. Y adicionalmente, el número de la firma, desde qué IP yo estoy trabajando. Eso también para darle un carácter de legalidad y para poder saber exactamente desde dónde se está firmando. Este contrato tiene una particularidad, que es que yo quiero que el cliente nuestro, o en este caso Lucas Donaire, me firme todas sus hojas. Si ustedes ven ahí abajo, le voy a pedir que llene con iniciales en todas las hojas. Y esto se hace muy simple, igual que la firma. Tan solo selecciono, dibujo mi inicial, pongo firmar y me pregunta si quiero aplicar ahí arriba para todas mis hojas en el mismo campo la misma firma que acabo de hacer. Entonces le voy a decir que sí. Y automáticamente se me rellenaron todas las hojas con la firma que acabo de hacer. Por último, voy a llegar a la firma real y yo acá tendría que poner mi firma. Termino de hacer la firma, tan solo me voy a finalizar la firma y obviamente esto me va a volver a dirigir automáticamente a mi WhatsApp. ¿Sí? Una vez que se termine la firma del documento, vamos a ver que va a llegar justamente el documento firmado, lo tenemos aquí, con todos los datos, como veíamos recién, ¿sí? Y por último, bueno, tenemos obviamente todas las hojas firmadas con el signature y tenemos también al fondo nuestra firma final con el certificado de verificación digital. Pero recuerden que yo esto lo mandé a notaría, entonces mi documento ha sido enviado a la notaría. Una vez que se envía a notaría, el documento puede tardar aproximadamente entre 48 a 72 horas en ser firmado por notario, pero no hay problema, porque el documento va a ser automáticamente entregado de nuevo al mismo canal donde se envió. En este caso va a ser el WhatsApp, si fuese un correo sería correo, a un Telegram o a donde fuera. Entonces, una vez que el notario toma el documento para ser firmado, vamos a tener un paso a paso de lo que fue ocurriendo. Fíjense que ahí me acaba de llegar que justamente el documento fue tomado por la notaría para firma y el documento fue firmado. ¿Sí? Y ahí me acaba de volver el documento notariado, legalizado y protocolarizado. Obviamente estamos en un entorno de pruebas, esa sería la hoja del notario, donde estarían todos los sellos y todos los protocolos que corresponden legales a la notaría, y el mismo documento que veíamos antes, pero que esta vez queda registrado dentro de lo que es la protocolización. Como digo, esto último que estamos viendo aplica en Chile, en Colombia y en Estados Unidos. Estamos trabajando para hacerlo aplicar a más países. Ahora bien, esto es la parte funcional, ¿sí? De cómo se está viendo hoy la firma digital. Lo que yo les propongo ahora es robarle tan solo 2 minutitos más y mirar un poquito desde el lado de Airslate. Como yo le decía, vamos manteniendo acá una bitácora de todos los documentos firmados, donde yo puedo tranquilamente seleccionar el documento y mirar qué es lo que acabo de firmar o toda la historia de los documentos a medida que se van firmando. ¿Sí? Fíjense que acá está el documento que acabamos de firmar recién, con obviamente todas sus firmas y todo lo que es la parte de los certificados. Esto me permite descargarlo y obviamente también puedo ver un historial del documento, donde el historial del documento me va a dar el detalle de un paso a paso, la cantidad de páginas, el número de documento interno, cuándo se firmó, cuándo se creó, el paso a paso de firma, las direcciones IP, las fechas y horas, y queda todo absolutamente registrado, dando esa legalidad justamente que hablábamos anteriormente. Por otro lado, la creación de un contrato es algo sumamente simple. ¿Sí? Yo puedo tranquilamente venir aquí, crear una plantilla de algún tipo de documento. Imaginemos que estábamos viendo el contrato de prestación. Y tan simple como estirar campos hacia un documento, vamos a generar una nueva firma. ¿Sí? Fíjense que tan simple como, por ejemplo, estirar y decir que yo a partir de ahora yo quiero que aquí me ponga un texto más. Y a ese texto tan simple como seleccionarlo y darle un nombre. Por ejemplo, si yo quisiera que acá me escriba, vamos a suponer, no sé, grupo sanguíneo. Entonces, automáticamente me va a pedir que yo ingrese mi grupo sanguíneo justamente para que se completen este contrato. Puedo pedir emails, puedo pedir botones de opción, puedo poner menús desplegables, casillas de verificación. La verdad que es mucho lo que se puede hacer. Y acá empezamos a jugar un poco con las integraciones que hablábamos antes. Puedo hacer, por ejemplo, una validación biométrica, la extracción de datos de validación biométrica, como veíamos en el webinar anterior, y pasárselos automáticamente al contrato. Nombre, apellido, número de documento, fecha de nacimiento, edad. Le puedo extraer todos los datos y pasárselos a un documento. Entonces, tampoco es necesario que un cliente nos complete. Y ahora viene la pregunta, que es, ¿cuántas firmas acepta un documento? No hay límite. Podemos firmar la cantidad de veces que uno quiera. ¿Qué significa? Puedo tener contratos a una única firma, como estamos viendo ahora. Puedo tener contratos a múltiples firmas. Tan simple como extraer otra firma y decir que esta firma es el recipiente, el participante número 2. Puedo tener 3 firmas de ser necesario. Puedo tener 4, 5 o 10. No hay límite. Entonces, es sumamente simple y sumamente intuitivo la creación de un contrato y poder justamente exportarlo y llevarlo después a firma en algún canal de omnicanalidad. La verdad que muy contentos de estar cerrando este ecosistema, muy contentos de poder estar brindando estas soluciones que estamos brindando y a partir de ahora les abro el diálogo para que puedan hacer las preguntas y de esta manera contestar. Les agradezco a todos muchísimo por su tiempo. Estamos abiertos a que nos puedan contactar y por último, y algo que no me parece que hay que dejar en el tintero, la dirección de One Marketer está en una expansión muy agresiva y estamos dispuestos a todos aquellos que quieran pilotear estas soluciones, estos productos, poder hacerlo, que ustedes lo puedan probar sin ningún tipo de costo, ver cómo les funciona y en el caso de que estos productos les sean útiles a la solución que ustedes están necesitando, ahí justamente después ver la parte comercial. Entonces, la verdad que la posibilidad que está dando hoy One Marketer de hacer todas estas soluciones y poder probarlas sin ningún tipo de costo, me parece que no hay que dejar pasar la oportunidad. Es algo sumamente valorable. Y ahora sí, los dejo con las preguntas y espero que les haya gustado el webinar. Que tengan todos muy buenos días.
Right, that was Lucas showing us how digital signatures work and how they can make a real impact. Now let's move on to some questions from our audience. This one is for Lucas. It says, I'm working on automating processes in my company. We need to set up signature workflows for teams like sales, legal, and customer service. How fast can we set them up with One Marketer, and how easy it is to customize them for each team?
Thank you, Jaime. Hello for everyone. La integración de la firma digital es sumamente simple. Se puede customizar, obviamente es aplicable a múltiples workflows y como se veía recién en la demo, es tan simple como customizar un documento y de esa manera poder hacer la integración y la derivación a diferentes áreas de una compañía.
Great, thank you, Lucas. Muchas gracias. And now we have a question for Kurt. Oh, yeah. If you can translate, Jorge, what Lucas just said, please.
Yes, I was about to do it. Yeah. No, well, what Lucas is saying is that the customization is pretty simple, pretty easy. Basically, it's it is a process that shouldn't be longer than 4 or 5 weeks, maximum. So it's a very simple process, is what Lucas is saying in a nutshell, pretty much.
Great, thank you, Jorge. Thank you, Lucas. Now we have a question for Kurt. Says, I'm evaluating digital signature solutions for multiple businesses units within a holding company. We are concerned about cost escalating. Does it adapt well to companies with high volume but varying usage types across departments?
Great question. What I can say, and I think I tried to shed some light to this in one of my slides, but essentially the way we operate is going to be through a usage-based model, which means you tell us what your anticipated volume of documents is, and you will be essentially priced per document. The more that you need and the higher your volume is, the less expensive the per document cost is. So that means if you purchase 2,000 and then you're halfway through your annual contract and you need another 2,000, that add-on will be at a discounted rate. So we want to give teams the ability to scale, and we want to be able to scale with you. So we will never penalize you for going over what your annual usage is. We will never give a year-over-year contract increase. Everything that you see is what you would get, and it's all entirely based on your annual consumption.
Thank you, Kurt, and thank you for sending your questions. And again, thank you to our panelists, Kurt, Jorge, and Lucas. Before we say goodbye, we are sending you now a survey through this webinar's chat, which you can also answer by scanning the QR code. Also, this webinar will be available on AirSlate and One Marketer's YouTube channels. Finally, we will continue sharing tools that will help you to grow your businesses. Thank you very much for joining us. Until next time, bye.